Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning for another news update for Saturday, November 8, 2025. And I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, please, I need to bury my grandson. A grieving woman whose grandchild, Matthew Small, died in a shooting involving members of the security forces almost a year ago, is pleading for help to bury his remains as the anniversary of that incident looms. My grandson died from in December last year, and me I beg them a little help to bury him. I'll know, I don't have it. The woman, Marcia Francis, told the news on Friday. According to Francis, who said assistance had been pledged to her by the Kingston and the St. Andrew Municipal Corporation's Poor Relief Department, nothing has been forthcoming despite several visits there. Them tell me 6 months and 6 months pass. In July I go there and I don't get no help. Miss, me I tell you the truth, I don't have it. And me alone have it up and down. Right now him the pan I suck out. I don't have nobody to help me. Please, me I beg you no, if you could help me please, she pleaded. According to Francis, her grandson, whom she described as a nice little boy, died innocently. Police just see him and kill him in a Yuatan. Him born and grow in Linstead, so him come look for me and say him a go down and him grandparents go fix up. Him a go weed up him daddy grave, and last December I hear that Matthew dead. Yuatan police kill him and we have them a court same way. From last year December him dead and him can't bury, and this December will make 1 year. See it here, I have nobody to help me with this, she said, waving a burial order with Small's name on it. Small is named in the 2024 Security Forces Fatal Shootings Report of the Independent Commission of Investigations, listed as number 176 with an incident date of December 13, 2024. Indicom said Small was shot dead in the White House housing scheme in Newton, St. Catherine by individuals assigned to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Camp Savannah resident thankful despite losing house and the crops to Melissa's wrath. It was a terrifying experience for residents of Camp Savannah in Little London who sought refuge from the onslaught of Hurricane Melissa, a powerful Category 5 storm that flattened their homes on October 28. As the expected haven, the nearby Seventh-day Adventist Church was not really safe. The zinc portion of the church roof was lifted from over the heads of those who sheltered there by the strong winds associated with Melissa. But luckily, one section of the roof was concrete, providing a little shelter for the many people there as Melissa reached the outside. One Camp Savannah resident, Damon Robinson, whose house was also flattened by Melissa, remains in the Seventh-day Adventist Church shelter with his spouse. When me stand up at the back door and look at the bush over there and see the breeze a blow and a come, me say to my girlfriend, "Watch here now, we can't stay in here because this breeze." Me not trust it, Robinson recalled of the Tuesday afternoon that Melissa hit. He said he was on his way to the church shelter when the breeze intensified. According to Robinson, at that time, he saw trees being blown down and his neighbors running towards the church for shelter. They all had to gather in the area of the church with the concrete roof. After the zinc was blown off the area they had initially made their bed. On October 29, Robinson left the shelter and took the journey to where his house was, but from a distance he realized that the spot was empty. "In the morning when I walk over here, everything flat. All the bed base me find one place, and me find the mattress 1 mile away across a gully. Zinc, ply and everything tear up and gone," said Robinson, a laborer and a farmer. He said while he lost his house, furniture, and agricultural produce, his goat survived despite being covered by items that fell on it. His cat and her 2 kittens also survived the heavy rain and the strong wind. Robinson pointed out that while the experience of Melissa left him terrified, he is trying to pick up the pieces as he rebuilds. "It really shocked me, but me just have to put my head up to the Father and see I saw it go. Him now give we more than we can manage. You have to know, say, I saw it go, and take up what to take up and protect what to protect. Take the clothes them out of the mud and carry them go to the river, go clean up," said a philosophical Robinson. Robinson's neighbor, 67-year-old Leeson Thompson, told the news that he decided to shelter at the church before Melissa hit, as his house was made of board. "I was in the building part, and it was a good thing the building had a deck part, a concrete roof section, because if it was not there, we would have dead," Thompson told the news as the news team visited the rural community on Tuesday. With the news that the storm had passed, Thompson, who lives alone, headed home to find a vacant space where the building once stood. According to Thompson, as he walked towards the property, he realized that there was nothing to go home to. "Me see the house flat," said Thompson. "I just said, Jesus, my house gone. Where me I go live?" added Thompson. He pointed out that while he has survived hurricanes in the past, Melissa was a different challenge. "Me lose everything. See my fridge there, and my new brand fridge," stated Thompson. "If I didn't know say this storm would have been so heavy, I would have moved it and go down the church. Oh God, me never know say it would have really be so serious, because barely in 2024 and even in 2010, pass me house and nothing no do it. This one don't pass it," lamented Thompson, who is still sleeping at the shelter more than 1 week after Melissa. He is hoping that assistance will come. Woman killed in St. Thomas hit and run. The Bath police in St. Thomas are searching for the driver of a motor car who failed to stop after their vehicle killed a 68-year-old woman on Thursday. The victim has been identified as Paulette Stevens, otherwise called Baby Rose, unemployed, of Bottom Yard, Bath, St. Thomas. Reports are that about 5:15 p.m. on Thursday, Stevens was walking along the roadway in Bath when she was hit and severely injured by a vehicle which did not stop. Stevens was assisted to the Princess Margaret Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. School principal ponders creative measures to resume classes. Principal of Occompong Primary and Infant School, Garfield Rowe, is considering hosting some classes under 10s and implementing a rotation system as he tries to get a phased resumption of learning in the major Maroon settlement. "We could have grades 4 to 6 on some days and grades 1 to 3 on other days. I want to prevent a learning loss as best as possible," Rowe told the news when a news team made it into the deep rural community on Wednesday. According to Rowe, the school, which is perched on a hillside in the Cockpit country in St. Elizabeth, was in the middle of the devastation when Hurricane Melissa slammed into the island on October 28. Now he is hoping to restart the classes sometime this month to cut back as much as possible on learning loss among his roughly 100 students. The school was extremely devastated by Hurricane Melissa. The roof completely gone. We are completely roofless. We had damage to furniture and equipment. The school was a designated shelter. However, during the hurricane, it was one of the first buildings to lose its zinc roof. We were able to save the more important documents and the school records. We have a library and that roof is decked, so we were able to store important records there. We will be having a massive cleanup, but based on several factors, so far I have been able to contact about 50% of my 12 teachers, said Rowe. The principal is well aware that he and the teachers will have to find special ways to deal with the children who experienced the trauma during the hurricane and appealed for as much assistance the school and the community can get from outside based on the severity of the situation. Some of our teachers are still marooned, some of the students are traumatized. Their parents lost their homes with the clothes, shoes and the textbooks. Any assistance we can get at the moment, we will be grateful for, like tents. If work is going to take place on our roofs, we are going to need somewhere to stay, he said. We appreciate any assistance we can get. Learning resources would be welcomed, equipment, black water tanks, you name it. Whatever care packages we get will be welcomed, Rowe stressed. He told the news that Occompong town saw at least 85% of houses and almost all farms destroyed during the Category 5 hurricane, which packed winds of about 185 miles per hour when it slammed into Jamaica. On Thursday, Minister of Education, Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, reported that more than 600 educational institutions sustained the damage during the passage of Melissa. In the most affected parishes, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. James, we have a little bit over 450 schools that have been affected, and that's across the board: infant schools, primary schools, secondary schools, and also 8 tertiary schools. So far, we've seen estimates of 616 institutions having some kind of damage, said Maurice Dixon. She shared that the damage ranged from leaks to complete destruction. Maurice Dixon described the initial school repair bill as humongous and promised that the ministry will confirm the figure by next week. We have encouraged the schools to open, and on Tuesday there were over 100 schools that had opened, so those that can should open. Obviously, we need to have water at the school, and it needs to be a safe environment, noted Maurice Dixon. She said the ministry plans to prioritize students who are doing exams, primary exit profile, Caribbean secondary education certificate, and the Caribbean advanced proficiency examination, with temporary school structures being considered. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.